Friday, November 26, 2021, and welcome to the Capital Allocation channel. I hope everyone had a great Thanksgiving. So let's get right into this Bitcoin analysis here. So Bitcoin is sitting here at 56,000. We've got a sell on the TradingView technical indicator here. If you've been following my work, you know I like to look at the Ichimoku cloud as well as the MACD. So we are sitting here in this cloud. If you don't understand how this works, well, I'll just give you a quick overview for anyone who's new here. This cloud represents an area of indecision where there is competition between buyers and sellers, and the direction is really unknown. But we do have an indication of obviously downturn. We have the price going down below the conversion line here and below this baseline. We also have the conversion line crossing over that baseline. So these are all bearish technical indicators. Also, we have the crossover on the MACD here. My opinion, with the news we've just gotten today about, well, this new variant, I do expect there will be further restrictions on movement, business restriction, that type of thing. So this is an intentional slowing of the economy, an intentional destruction of supply chains and, for the most part, small businesses. So I do expect there could be deflationary pressure coming down the line, and that deflationary pressure is needed to allow to basically tame the inflationary pressure of the inflationary monetary policy. So you can prevent inflation by multiple ways. You can stop printing, or you can prevent economic activity while continuing the printing. And it appears that the policy here is to continue the printing, buy up everything possible, meanwhile preventing the real economy from functioning as much as possible. So I do expect we could see further downward pressure on Bitcoin in the short to medium term, but longer term, this is clearly an intentional policy, and the printing is not going to stop. And basically, we have to figure out, okay, where are we putting our cash to prevent us from getting destroyed by this this policy? So before getting into the privacy coins, I want to go over a few coins that I've seen that have gone up quite a bit. The gaming coins, this metaverse coins have been very popular, and the privacy coins haven't done much. And I think that type of trend could continue in the future. There's always going to be hot areas within crypto that are outperforming. And so one strategy that I'm trying to think of, the way I see privacy coins, they're meant to be used not necessarily to make massive gains, but they do have some utility in that if we're smart, if we can look at other areas, and if we can take massive gains like this, I mean, these gains are just crazy. Damn! This is Mana gaming currency. It went from 84 cents to almost $5 here. Also Sandbox, this went from 83 cents to almost $7. So I didn't catch these. These aren't really, I'm not a gamer necessarily, so I'm trying to invest within my circle of competence. But when I see something like this, some of my viewers may be into games and they may be competent in this area. So one strategy would be to find what's hot in the market, take these gains, and when you think the market is pulling back, you can transfer some of those gains into things like gold and privacy coins. And then just use those in the economy, and that way, that's a way to preserve your capital. So to get straight into the privacy coins, here we've got Monero. Again, we're below this cloud here. This is really bearish. The trend is definitely down, and again, with this news, I do expect in the medium term there could be more downward pressure, and definitely there's other areas, like I mentioned, in the crypto space where there are more gains to be seen. And so again, the strategy I'm thinking about is how to get some of the gains from other areas that are faster moving in the crypto space and then transfer those over into something that isn't going up, but in the case of Pirate Chain has been relatively stable here. So this looks like it's bottoming out here. There is still a sell. We're below the cloud, so this is still clearly bearish, although we broke past this triangle and we're just still hovering around this area. And when you look at Pirate Chain in terms of Bitcoin, Pirate Chain has actually been increasing in value compared to Bitcoin by just doing nothing. So it depends on if you look at it in dollar terms or if you look at it in Bitcoin terms. In Bitcoin terms, it's actually been doing pretty decent over the last several weeks. So Darrow is still chopping around here. We're towards the bottom of the range. It's hard to say here. Here it looks like almost we have a double top, but right in the middle here it looks like we have something of a double bottom. So really buyers and sellers are just fighting this out. I think we could get more downwards pressure in the short term, but in the longer term, I think the fundamentals are good for this coin, and I would be happy to pick up some Darrow at a lower price. So Haven has had a massive pullback. So yeah, it's pulled back almost 80% here. Again, this is something I see that could definitely be used to store assets privately and safely. Here the momentum to the downside does seem to be slowing if you look at these candles here. By the way, I'm also using these Heiken Ashi candles. So these candles, it's also a Japanese, both the Ichimoku Cloud and the Heiken Ashi candles that I'm using are both Japanese essentially trading techniques. So these candles, when you have no wick on the bottom of the green candles and when you have no wick on the top of the red candles, means there's a strong movement, strong momentum. When you have these doji candles, these are areas where you could get a reversal in price. So there is a slowing of momentum, but this thing has really pulled back. I like to see pullbacks of no more than the 61.8 retracement for expectation of further upside. When they go down this much, that tends to indicate that there's just much more selling and the buyers are simply not coming in. You also have low volume here. So, it's hard to say. We could get a reversal. You would have to see some green candles, some strong green candles with volume coming in. Until you see that, this thing seems to be grinding further to the downside. So another couple of coins that I'm looking at here. One is Epic Cash. Yeah, I wish I could have caught this a bit earlier. I think this could get another push to the upside, but it looks like the downside pressure will continue for the time being, and we'll have to find a bottom and see if this thing can get a bounce. One thing that I find interesting, so the Ghost by John McAfee, this thing has a super tiny market cap, and just the fact that it is related to John McAfee, who, well, if you know of John McAfee, I'm sure you know the story of what happened to him. And I think there's a meme potential here. The fact that the market cap's so small and everybody knows John McAfee. If just a few people took their money out of Monero or Pirate Chain and put it into Ghost, I mean, this thing could 10x easily. I mean, this thing does seem to be kind of making a base here. Again, it's really hard to say, but I feel like there's some potential here. Nobody's talking about this coin at all. I think it's completely getting missed here. So that's just one thought. I particularly just like this coin because of John McAfee, but that is just me. So we'll have to see. But I would like to see some more interest in this coin particularly. So the meme coin, Dogelon Mars. I don't know. I keep seeing people talk about this thing. I don't really have an opinion. I'm not going to trade this. It's not my type of coin. Again, it's not my circle of competence. And it's too risky. I mean, you saw what happened if you watch my previous video about Squid Game. I mean, that thing, it went to zero within seconds. The market cap was like millions of dollars, and then it literally disappeared. They pulled the rug and it was completely gone.
So the market cap is $2.168 trillion. And now the market, it went to zero.
And that hasn't happened yet. But just for that fact, I don't personally trade things like this. There's a lot of people talking about it again, and it could go up. I have no idea. We did break down below this triangle pattern here. So that's definitely a bearish signal, and we have a sell. So, you know, all these people pumping this coin, I wish them the best of luck. You know, I miss a lot of these meme coins, so I'm probably not the best person to make a judgment on this. It's just not my type of trade. But if you have an opinion on it, if you think that this thing is going up, leave a comment. Let me know why it's going up, and why this thing really is going to pop. Or for any of these coins, please give me your opinion. Definitely love to hear your opinion, or any coins that I missed, any coins you want me to go over. And thank you all for watching, everyone. Again, I hope you had a great holiday. I hope you have a nice weekend, and I will see you all in the next one.